Hey, buddies. Hi, welcome to Indecisive Gardener. I am Stacy Joe, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Glad to see you. I know it's been a while, I know. But we got some tomatoes in yesterday, and we're waiting on the weather for the peppers. And I just want to show you what has actually aspired. So first of all, look at this. We are getting berries soon. I get so excited every year when I see the blossoms on the marionberries. That just means here soon. And look, we got berries forming. So if you hear the neighbor mowing his grass, yeah, I live in the suburbs. This is my backyard. Welcome to my backyard. Anyway, so with the marionberries, I can pick them and freeze dry them in the Harvest Right freeze dryer, and then powder them, and I can use that to flavor ice cream or drinks or what have you. Did it last year, and it's really delicious. I love marionberries. So here you notice I have straw as mulch. I mended the garden, this little raised bed that my husband made me a few years ago, and put the straw on top and planted some green beans. Now, it looks like something's munching on them. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at it. It's a little baby. Okay. And I also planted some zinnias amongst all the green beans. And check this out. Isn't that beautiful? I don't know. I love nature. Let's take a closer look. It's like we're on a nature walk. Wow. And this poor little green bean, we're gonna fix that. Sorry, spider. He needs to come up. I also planted my daughter's rosemary. It was in a pot. It wasn't doing so well, so now it's starting to come alive. Looking much better. And I also grew some wildflowers, some bee pollinating flowers, and they're coming up too. So there's some point of interest that I need to address this year. One being the weeds. And I bought some moss that I'm gonna plug in between the stones. Also, I need to clean up this mess. This is driving me nuts, and I neglected it last year. So this year, I need to get something done. Not to mention the greenhouse. Don't look, don't look. You can look at my ugly hand. I planted more green beans in the green stalk. They seem to be coming up. That one's very happy. Look at that. And more green beans coming up. Let's take a look at the green stalk. These flowers came up from last year. They survived our winter, and I thought I would have to pull them out, but they started blooming. Love pansies. And then we did have some 90-degree weather already, so the cilantro is already bolted. Strawberries are a fantastic fruit for a green stalk. And I love that these are pink. We also have lettuces. And more flowers. This here, what is this? I don't remember. It looks like either basil. I think it is. It's Thai basil maybe from last year, and another green bean. So here we have a ground cherry that I bought from Uncle Wayne's Tomatoes. He does have other things besides tomatoes, although I believe ground cherries are related. And this is the pineapple variety, so it should be extra sweet. And we got some forming. That, my friends, looks like a sunflower, so I'm gonna leave it. Here's some tomatoes. This is the Oregon Spring. I've never grown this one, and it was selected by Carl of Uncle Wayne's Tomatoes because he didn't have a variety that I wanted. So he replaced it with this one, and he highly recommends it for me. So here, this is one that I grew. I have it weaved into the fence, so I'll hold it up. But this is a corded bleu that is from last year's tomatoes. I saved the seeds, and it looks very healthy. I'm really loving this soaker hose because it is keeping them watered very well. Saucy, another one that I had grown last year. This one is from Uncle Wayne's Tomatoes, though. I didn't grow this one. This one I did, and it's another corded bleu. This one here got a little stunted. It is an Oregon Star, and it's from a seed that I saved last year. And this one is another Oregon Star from Uncle Wayne's. And that was a little sucker that I took off and replanted it, so maybe it will come up. I did it last year and it worked. Italian Roma from Uncle Wayne's. Now, it is already May, I believe the 20th, 21st, around there. It is Sunday, and of course these looked way more beautiful earlier in the season. Most of his tomatoes are already bought by now. I was a little late picking them up. Here comes Dana.
Hey, babe.
Hi.
Hey, what are you doing?
I was filming.
Filming, and of course I got to interrupt you again.
Yeah.
Okay, well, how about I film and you keep going?
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
What do you got?
Well, I have another Italian Roma here that I grew from a seed from last year.
Okay.
And I'm really enjoying, although, yeah. Okay. But this looks really nice. I'm very impressed with my work here.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Anyway, okay, so I was talking about the soaker hose. I don't know, maybe there's something you can add to what...
Well, sure.
Is there anything to say about the soaker hose? Because I'm really enjoying how it's working out, making things very nice and lush. And I've struggled in the past with watering. So.
We have tried numerous different things, from the drip system to different soakers. In another area of the yard, we had a different type of soaker. back around the corner over there, we had a different kind of soaker, and it really just didn't work. And I think it's the kind that looks more like a sponge. Remember that one?
Yeah.
And the problem was it got plugged up full of dirt, and by the end of the soaker hose thing, it didn't soak anything. There was no water. Anyway, so what I found was this kind of soaker hose right here, which appears to have kind of a nylon sheath on it. I found it on Amazon.
Why don't I turn it on so they can see?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay.
So it's got like a nylon sheath on it and a surgical tubing or something inside. And boy, I'll tell you what, front to back, it works fantastic. And they've got it in 15, 25, 75 foot lengths on Amazon. And Stace, you could maybe put a link to that on your video if you wanted. You want to do that? Okay. Yeah, put a link to it just in case someone wants to try it. So yeah, and this one works fantastic. It really does a good job. And this is right at the beginning of it, so you see the water pressure here. And then we'll go to the end over here, the very end of it over here. If I can get around. Let me get over here. Okay, so like, okay. And here's like the very end of it. And it's still soaking very good. This is 75 footer right here. So yeah, this one with the nylon sheath is working fantastic. I'm really happy with it. Are you, Stace?
Absolutely loving it.
Good.
Okay, so back to our vegetables. Okay, so we have garlic here that I planted last October. I believe it was October. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, so I hear that around July they will start dying down.
Okay.
And then you stop watering them. And I'm going to have to readjust the soaker hose at that time. But you stop watering them and you wait about 2 to 4 weeks and then harvest them after 2 to 4 weeks. So I'll just have to keep an eye on them to see if they're ready.
So when they're done, do you got to braid them like on TV?
I can't remember. I'm not sure if that's soft neck, long neck, hard neck, whatever you call it. I don't.
Oh, I know what it is. It's redneck.
Hey. But these in particular, see, we have the Harvest Right freeze dryer. So my idea is just to cure them,
Okay.
slice them up, freeze dry them, and then powder them, and I'll have onion powder. That way.
Onion powder or garlic powder?
Garlic powder. Anyway. Okay. So I'll have garlic powder, and that way I don't have to keep chopping throughout the throughout winter or whatever when we're using it, because I hate chopping.
Okay.
So just use the powder. It'll
Sounds
be
good.
awesome. Okay, so over here we have. It looks like something's trying to grow there. Where are my? There it is. This one here is a mortgage lifter. That one I grew from seed, and I believe I have it written down. It's from Haas Tools. A little fuzzy. And we also have the marigolds.
Marigolds? Merry-go-rounds?
Okay, we also have the marigolds
Okay.
throughout, and I'm using those as sacrificial lambs because the slugs love them, and they'll leave everything else alone. So they'll just go for the flowers. And
Okay.
and I am going to put more stuff than tomatoes in here too.
What else are you going to put in here?
Maybe some peppers, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Whatever needs a home, I'll put in here.
Okay.
I'm not worried about companion planting or anything like that because I just need to find room for everything.
Right.
Here, see, look at this. What is this?
It's
I bought this.
green leafies.
I bought compost from where I work, and I'm finding all kinds of volunteers everywhere. In fact,
There's another one over there next to that one. Yeah.
Well, show them the squash.
That one. this one.
That is from the compost that I bought from the store.
She doesn't know I snuck a seed in there.
No, you did not.
Okay.
Hey, this one here is a Tachi tomato. Now, I chose this one. It's from Haas Tools. I chose it because I used to have a cat named Tachi. So, of course, I had to buy the tomato. And it's spelled exactly the same. So, so we're going to see if it's a good one. I don't know yet.
Okay.
Over here. Okay, this is a Jubilee tomato right here.
Okay.
And it's from Haas Tools.
Okay.
Now, you notice that these are very healthy compared to the other ones. And these are the ones that I grew from seed in the house over the winter, starting in February. Next year I'm starting in March, maybe even April, because their seasons were later than usual. But you notice that they're really healthy. So, of course, I'm proud.
Well, you've been babying them for a long time.
Yeah,
so,
I have.
Got your little mini greenhouses in the office. So
Yeah. So I'm loving having that greenhouse in the office and not on my countertop in the kitchen.
Right.
This is a Abe Lincoln. It is also from Haas Tools. This one is a Cherokee Purple, and we all know that I love Cherokee Purple, one of my favorites. This one is a brandy wine, and I believe it's a yellow variety. It is from Gurney's. I planted from seed. Look how beautiful that is. They are slightly different leaves than the other types of tomatoes that are variegated.
Oh, I see. Okay. I see what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
This one here, this trumps my purple, Cherokee Purple, because this is a Kellogg's breakfast and they are very sweet. They're a yellow variety, and it's just right now, this is my ultimate favorite tomato.
Your ultimate favorite tomato.
Slicer tomato, yeah.
Now, why do you call them slicers for people like me that don't get it?
Oh, slicers are like the big kind that you slice for hamburgers and sandwiches and all that.
Okay, so those are the ones I keep calling hamburger tomatoes.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. All right,
Okay.
thank you.
Yeah. The other kind, the smaller ones, like the determinate paste tomatoes, are the ones that you make sauces and,
Like
sauces.
Roma.
Like a Roma, like an Italian Roma, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay. This is another Kellogg's breakfast.
You got two of them.
Yes, I had to have two.
Okay, fair enough.
And this one, we kind of excited me when I bought the seeds.
Mm-hmm.
They are another Gurney's, but this is a rainbow blend. It's going to have different colored tomatoes on it.
And over here,
Okay, so this is another. This one I got from Uncle Wayne's Tomatoes. It is a Paul Robeson.
okay, and I see a
So
little flower.
Yeah, we're going to take that off though.
What? Why would you do that?
Because I want it to focus getting taller and bushier.
Sorry.
Yeah, you got distracted there.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to take that off. This is called a Mr. Stripey.
Okay.
I grew one of these last year and I really enjoyed them. They are a contender for flavor.
Okay.
And they're kind of pretty too with the stripes.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
because all this is new. Okay, so part of the expansion this year is I laid down some weed blocker. As the black is more porous and not plasticky stuff.
It's more like that cloth you're talking about.
Yeah. I've been told it doesn't work as well as the other kind, but we're gonna make it work. First I put down cardboard, then I put down the cloth, and then I put down the bark dust, which is just the walkway, so it's not gonna contaminate or anything. It does have dyes in it, but
Yeah.
it's not wood chips, it's bark dust.
And that's all through here, so it's kind of nice to be able to.
And it's getting soaked.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I might add some more in this area.
Mm-hmm.
so it doesn't pull up right there.
Sure. Well, like we were talking the other day, you could also, right there in the middle, you could like put a pot with some
Like I
other
did
kind of
over
thing
there.
in it or whatever.
Yeah. What he did is Dana here put up the T-post and he cut it to fit, and I had him put it above. That way, once they grow up to this point, they'll be tied up. But what's below, I'll take all those leaves off. That way, they don't get splashed back.
Now that's for the determinants, right?
Indeterminates.
Indeterminates.
These
Okay.
are slices.
I always get them backwards. Sorry.
Yeah, these are indeterminates. Indeterminates have an abundance of, they keep producing.
Okay.
They get taller, they keep producing.
All right.
Determinants have a determinate amount of flowers of fruit that they will produce and then they're done.
I was so wrong. I thought it had something to do with one of them got tall and one of them didn't. That's what I thought. So I was way off on.
Actually, he was correct. One gets taller than the other. They will get tall. They'll
Yeah.
probably get above this.
So the cattle
Hopefully
panels,
not too much more.
we just measured those out and we set the T-post down to the width we needed. And these cattle panels come in 16-foot lengths, at least the ones we bought. And then I just used bolt cutters to, get it cut to the length. But I would like to caution people, just because I want this in here, on these things right in here where you cut them off, do be advised, when you cut them off with bolt cutters or something like that, they are extremely sharp and they probably should be tapped with a grinder or something like that, or at least be aware that they're there. So anyway,
I'm
be
aware.
careful. Yes.
Yeah.
They're very sharp.
All right, so in ground. This is what started all the expansion a couple years back. I think this is the third year that we've planted in here.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so we got a lot of volunteers. It's exciting. So, I want you to look down.
What do we got?
We have a radish forming. It's not quite as big as I want
I
it.
see it down there, yeah.
Yeah. All of this is radishes.
And these are from last year.
These are from last year. In fact, that's a good one.
Oh man, look at that.
Yeah.
Nom, 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 nom.
So these I'd like to just eat out of the garden. I'll have to wash it, of course. But anyway, we also have some nasturtiums, and they're popping up everywhere.
Yeah, I've been seeing them. They just kind of randomly show up.
Yeah.
There's some more right over here, and there's some right here, and over there.
And look,
That's a tomato.
that's a tomato, and so is that.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. And squashes.
What?
Yeah. I did plant some seeds here and there because my seedlings that I started in the house weren't looking too well. They were dying. In fact, some of them did. So I just planted seeds all through around here, and hopefully something comes up, right?
Well, it looks like they are.
Yeah. So, and look. That is another tomato.
Now, is that a volunteer? Or is that one that?
That is a volunteer.
Wow, that one's
That's
really doing
healthy.
well. It's really doing well.
Never mind, I have to weed still. I did some yesterday. I'll do some more later.
Dun, dun.
Oh, stop that. Oh my gosh! I didn't plant these
That's a
this year.
bean.
That is a pea.
Oh, pea.
It's a little late for that. It's a spring crop, not a summer crop. Oh, here's an example of what happened to some of my seedlings that I started from inside the house.
But right
Ah.
next to it.
Is the nasturtium.
Yep.
Okay, so we also have zucchini.
Okay.
And I probably won't go over all the varieties here.
Well, there's a lot of stuff here.
There's a lot of stuff here.
Yeah.
But my goal is to fill this space up of just vines and have the nasturtiums come through it,
Uh huh.
which they're kind of a vine too. It's going to be a jungle in here.
Well, I mean, that's not bad.
And I think I have about 4 or 5 watermelons in the house still. And probably around July, I will plug them into the garden. It'll be warm enough by then.
Nice.
We normally can't grow watermelon in Oregon because the climate just isn't there. But it gets hot in July, August, September.
Okay.
So hopefully we'll get watermelon.
That'd be nice.
And I think the mistake people make is they put them out in the garden too soon.
We're gonna find out.
And we're not the South. So yeah, this is going to be hopefully filled up. And I'll get those weeds. Hi kids. Are you done with me?
Set
being
a
in
Freedom, an Amber, and a Liberty dogs.
here?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Show offs.
Amber dogs.
Okay. So this here.
Okay. The archway, yeah.
My plan, and I planned this last year too, but I didn't get to it, is to put little like box planters on
Oh,
each
yeah, down
side,
each side.
and then down this way. So, okay. Down this way, I'll have a lawn one. The planters that I have the tomatoes in down there, those weren't meant to be. They were accidental by. I thought that they were smaller.
Yeah, those are supposed to go here,
So
right?
now it's another project, another day. But what I want to do is on this trellis
Yep.
is to grow noodle beans or flowers or anything, whatever that year I desire to put. I'll put right here. And then we also have, along the fence. Like this year, I put in some melons. They were supposed to go over this fence. They didn't come up. Then I put in some silver slicer cucumbers because my silver slicer cucumbers did not make it. They all died. So, but I do Amber, you are not going to eat it.
If it's near the fence, she'll get it.
She'll get it probably, but there is a silver slicer.
All right. Oh, yeah. Smell it, Amber? Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum. Oh, yeah. Oh, let me have it.
No. No. Anyway, these are flowers. These are zinnias.
The ones that are in the box?
Yeah, these are zinnias.
Okay.
I'm going to have to thin them out a little bit. And they didn't show up on this end, but there is one little one. And I got to
Little tiny
water
guy.
these still. But okay.
All right.
We have a sunflower. The one and only sunflower that survived.
Nice.
So. Oh, you want to show those off?
Well, yeah.
Okay. Well, they're not facing the right way. I can't read them. First of all, these four here,
Okay.
these spindly looking things, are my banana peppers that I started from seed in the house. These, all through here, are from Uncle Wayne's tomatoes. He selected the nicer ones for me. I guess they overheated in his greenhouse. And
Yeah, he had a lot of loss. But...
he had a lot of loss, but this one's coming back.
Yep.
He'll be happy to see that. And yeah, that's a poblano. I also have, see, these three are poblanos. These three are medium-sized jalapenos, which I'm going to give to our daughter, Tiana. And these three, I think these are the three, yeah. These are sweet jalapenos.
On a steak.
On a steak. If anyone knows that reference, cool.
Jalapeno on a steak.
Anyway.
Silence! I hear you!
These two. See, I got a twofer on that one.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. So, these two are Tabasco. And yes, I'm gonna try to make Tabasco sauce.
Hey, why not?
Let's see. These are all grown inside the house. This is another ground cherry.
Let's get a close up of that one.
Yeah,
A ground cherry,
a
okay.
ground cherry.
Say ground or grand?
Ground.
Ground, okay.
Yeah. Let's see how many of these. There's like 4 here. Yeah. There's 4 nata pinos, which is a jalapeno without the heat. They're nata. Stop. They have no heat. They're not a heat. That's why they call them nata pinos. Anyway, and this is Genevieve basil. That doesn't look too great, but once it's in the ground, I'll work on it and make it sure it gets fluffy. You know, the bushes out. That by doing that, you just pinch these off.
Pinch what off?
I pinch like these 2 off.
Okay.
And it should be able to bush out better.
Gotcha.
Here is a tomatillo. I believe. Yeah, these are all nata pinos, so it's these 6. These here are habananos.
Habananas?
No. Habanadas. Habanadas.
Yaba daba do.
They're habaneros without the heat, and and another banana pepper that I grew in the house.
All right.
So this poor little guy, he may not make it. He got stunted from getting too dry, and it's too dry now. But we'll water it here in a second.
Rescue time.
Yeah. So anyway.
Your green stock's looking really good.
Yeah, I already looked at that.
I like it. It looks good.
Thank you for coming by. And remember to plant kindness, to grow love. God bless and have an awesome day. See you next time. So I think that's in the nutshell. That's not in a nutshell. That's
That's all in a nutshell.
I have a nutshell. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay.
Here's how we do this. Take 2.
So, thank you for watching. No. So thank you for... Why am I playing with my underwear?